So I've already introduced these three wonderful athletes, but let me do the things like properly. We have Femke Bol, the European indoor 400-meter champion. You also won the 4x4 in Torun, of course. Joanna Jušvik, the Olympic finalist in Rio at 800-meter, and also European indoor medalist recently. And Akani Simbine, African 100-meter champion. Thank you so much for being here. If you will allow me, I would like to start with you, Femke. As we said, we were treated to some amazing performances at the European Indoor Championships in Torun, here in Poland, not so long ago. But I must admit that one of my favorite moments was at the very end of the championships when, you know, the man and the female team in the 4x4, you gathered on the track after winning both the men's and the women's 4x4. So that was an incredible moment. Not only did you win that, but you won also the individual 400-meter gold. How has that European Indoor Championships performance and achievement shaped your preparation and your mental strength coming into these World Relays here in Silesia?
Yeah, the European Indoor Champions were amazing, I think, for our entire team. It was also most of our training group who were in the 4x4 men and women, so that made the moment really special. And I think really afterwards we got just even more motivated to be here really good, of course, and also at Tokyo. So yeah, the atmosphere was really good and it shaped us to be more motivated and mentally even more focused, I think, for the outdoor season. So it was really good for the entire team.
And also 2020 was quite spectacular. I mean, despite it being disrupted by the pandemic, you like set national record, improved personal best, you were nominated as one of 10 best female in World Athletes of the Year, and you're only just 21 years of age. So what have you learned from the 2020 and early 2021 experience?
Yes, it was a really weird season, of course, with the pandemic happening and everything. So I really learned a lot to adapt to everything and yeah, be ready when you have to be ready. And I learned a lot with all the experience in all the big competition. It was the first time, of course. And yeah, that really made me have a lot of experience for this upcoming year.
And obviously we're here for World Relays, but it's not your first participation. You were in Yokohama 2 years ago as a very young 19-year-old. Unfortunately, in Yokohama, you didn't make the A final, but then in Doha, you did. And how has the team improved from 2 years ago, except the fact that you're obviously running so much faster?
I think that really has also become more important in the Netherlands. Like everyone really wants to be part of the team and we want to perform really well. And that helped a lot because at the end it's still a team thing. You run individual 400, but it's together you achieve more, I think. And we really learned to be at our best at that time and train a bit more together and really bring out our good parts.
Thank you, Femke. Akani, you were also in Yokohama and Doha. And on both occasions with your teammates, you were oh so close to, you know, a top 3 finish position. I must imagine that you're hungry for a little more here in Poland. How have you prepared specifically for World Relays? I hear your journey here has been quite eventful as well. If you could turn your microphone on, sorry, please, thank you.
Yes, our journey has been a bit tricky getting here. I think we traveled for close to 30 hours. But we were grateful that we are here and able to compete. You know, we've been preparing for World Relays. It's been a priority for us to get here and make sure that we get here in the best shape so that we can make up for 2019 and also for World Relays in 2019. You know, we are a country that believes in ourselves and believes in the talent that we have. And we've prepared really well and come with a strong team.
And as you say, courtesy of your 5th place in Doha, you were already qualified for the Olympic Games in Tokyo, but this is still a fantastic opportunity for your team to race against the best in the world. How excited are you about this opportunity, about racing again with your teammates?
We're very excited about the opportunity to race. You know, for us, it's been just trying to get the team together, trying to make sure that we are ready to compete and just prepare for the other countries when we get to Rio, because that's when, you know...
Tokyo?
Sorry?
Tokyo?
Oh yeah, when we get to Tokyo. When we get to Tokyo, because that for us is going to be an important opportunity to do something great for our country, you know. And we're very excited. We know the opportunity that lies ahead of us, and we know it's a big opportunity, but we're keeping our heads down, doing the work, making sure we're ready and healthy when we go to Tokyo, and that to use this opportunity here in Silesia to sharpen up and make sure we bring our best.
And the summer season, the outdoor season, may still be very young, but yet you've run really fast already. I mean, windy, legal, 9:99, I think, 9:82 it was. How ready and how much are you looking forward to Tokyo? I mean, you mentioned Rio as well. You were absolutely fantastic 5th place finish in Rio, but deep down, I mean, there must be something more in store for you.
Yes, definitely. You know, for me, Rio was an opportunity to showcase what I've got, but now Tokyo is an opportunity for me to do the best I can so that I can achieve the goals that I've set for myself. But at the same time, it's making sure that I come there ready, I come there as best as I can. I know I've started the season off hot, but I know there's still a lot of work to do, and making sure that when it's time to go race in Tokyo, I'm ready and I'm excited for it.
Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
A little bird has told me that Asha, you go by Asha, right? So dzień dobry, Asha. If you want to reply in English, you know, feel free. Otherwise, we have headsets. But Asha, it's so nice to see you finally back in top shape. I mean, you've had such a struggle after your amazing performance in Rio. You were 5th at 800, and then you had all sorts of injuries. Can you take us through, you know, your journey that led you to winning an indoor silver medal in Torun recently?
So sorry, I'm gonna answer in Polish.
I tried.
Sorry. Tak.
Yes, I had a very long injury which took me 2 years to recover. So I'm very happy to be part of this great event. An event which is a relay event, obviously. For me, something new, because my crown competition is 800 meters. So I'm very happy to be here and to be able to experience these emotions. We know that the relays bring more emotion. Now, coming back to the injury, I hope it will never again happen to me. But the path and journey has been long and hard at times. It took me a lot of hard mental work and physical work, a lot of physical training, which has allowed me to become fit again and to prepare well for the indoor championship where I secured silver.
Track, well done. Now, this weekend, as you say, you're competing in the relays, and it's not like a traditional event. It's one of the newest introduction by World Athletics, the 2x2 by 400 meters. Now, it sounds like a training session, but it's actually a fascinating event. How tough or how hard do you think it will be to compete in the 2x2x4 with your teammate Patrick?
Przyznaję szczerze, że
Honestly, I'm very excited. When I think about starting in this relay 2x2 by 400 meters, below 50 seconds, I think that's what Patrick can do on the first shift. The tactics are already prepared for this, but this resembles like a tempo training, but with extreme short break. So this will be a challenge, but on the other hand, this will be, I think, wonderful to watch.
Deb was saying, and the marshal was saying earlier before, we've been to the track and the stadium looks fantastic. And the organizing committee and the Polish Federation have done a fantastic job. Let's not forget that the last World Championships was also in Poland, the half marathon in Gdynia. I mean, you must be so proud at the opportunity of representing a country with such a strong athletics tradition.
tak, jestem bardzo...
Yes, I'm overwhelmed with joy, and I'm very happy that Silesia can organize such a great event. I'm happy even to be here at this conference and to serve as a representative of our Polish national team. I'm very proud and very humbled that Poland is organizing such an event, and I'm confident that we will do very well. So all I'm left with is to smile.
I think we can now take questions from the floor. Again, same procedure. Alex, do you want to go first? Let's go for it.
Tak, to teraz po polsku, bo
Yeah, so now we're in Silesia, we're in the region, which for Asha, it was so important in your return after the injury, because it is here that you started to return to fitness. Tell us a bit more about that, because it took a lot of work on your part. Yes, it is here in Silesia that I found a doctor who helped me recover. It is here that I spent a lot of time regaining fitness, and on the medical training. My club, as it is, AWF Katowice, is also from Silesia, so it's fantastic for me to come back here and to represent my country, my nation.
Do we have any other question? Yes, please turn your microphone on. Thank you.
Question for Femke. Obviously, we all saw your split into run. It was one of the fastest indoor splits of all time. But it would seem with your height that you might even be more suited to an outdoor track. Do you think we might see something even faster this weekend?
Sorry. Yes, I'm feeling fit and really ready to run. So outdoors is always different, and I like it a lot. But I don't have a lot of difficulty normally with the small bands. But I'm ready to show what I got.
And if I could just ask a quick follow-up, obviously Dutch athletics has been flying in recent months and years. What do you think, I guess, is behind the rise in standards that's happening?
I think we have like the big sports center Papendal in Arnhem, and we really now, like a lot of people train there, and in our training group we are with a lot of people, and we really like bring each other to higher heights by pushing each other in every training and also out of training, helping each other. And of course our coaches, Loram Juli and Bram Peters. So I think they did a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Femke. Do we have, yes, the gentleman here. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Willem Held from the Netherlands. I have a question to all three athletes. Is it possible to predict the number of medals your country, your team is going to win here this weekend?
Shall we start with Femke?
I think with relays you never really can predict anything. We have our main goal, of course, to qualify for Tokyo with all the teams and for Eugene. And then on Sunday we will try our best to get as many medals as possible.
I think it's as you said, it's really difficult to predict, but I think all the countries are coming in ready and wanting to qualify for the Olympics. And for us, it's for the 4x1, it's just to make sure we are good and as best as we can, and for the 4x4 to make sure that they can qualify for the Olympics.
Asha?
Ja powiem,
I mean, say very optimistically, very optimistically, very strongly. I personally, what I would like Poles to secure a medal at every distance. I know it's not possible, maybe, but I'm very confident about our relay 2x400, which will fight hard. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed for all the relays, and I'm starting on Saturday. All the finals are on Sunday, so I'll be a very strong fan. I'll be rooting for them.
One question from Michelle here.
Akani, although you had a really long journey here, as you mentioned, nearly 30 hours, you're maybe at a bit of an advantage in that you've had an outdoor season already compared to a lot of other nations here. Do you feel that that's maybe giving your team a bit of an edge? You've already had your national championships and you've seen in what shape your teammates are in?
I think for us, having our outdoor season really early kind of gives us an advantage starting off into the season, but it also puts us in a situation where everybody's just starting and we are already peaking, and it's kind of like a catch-22. It's like you are ready to run, and it's great that we're ready to run at this championship, but we need to also make sure that we are ready and prepared for the rest of the season, because the season is going to be long. We have the outdoor meets that are still coming up, and we have Tokyo that's still coming up. So it's just managing it and making sure that we are at our best right now, but we bring better when we get to the rest of the season.
Thank you, Akani. Yes, please.
Hi, Femke. Was the period of rest and training between the outdoor meetings and this event long enough to be in top shape and really enthusiastic about the new outdoor competitions? And do you think your hunger to compete is even big, is like comparable to the hunger of somebody like Daphne Schippers, who didn't do the indoor meetings?
Yeah, I think we recovered really well from indoor season. We got 1 week off and then we started to train hard again. And we did some specific sessions to be sure that we are ready here. And I feel that the entire team is really ready. And when you did indoors, you had already some competitions, but you also get more hungry from the competitions. So that will make us really ready for here. And for example, Daphne Schippers, who didn't do any indoor meets, I think she missed the meets also. So then you'll also be really hungry. So I think our entire team is really ready to go and really happy to compete here.
Thank you, Femke. Anyone else? Michelle, go again.
Then for Femke, I read a feature recently with you and Lieke, and you were talking about how when you were in Yokohama at the last World Relays, you were almost starstruck seeing some of the other top names in the hotel lifts and so forth. If you compare yourself now to 2 years ago at this championships, what's the biggest thing that's changed about yourself as an athlete?
Yeah, Yokohama was for both of us our first senior outdoor championship, so it was really big. And I think now mostly we are more experienced and also a bit like become more really top athletes a bit, because we were there more really as young people, as talents, and now we really got more experience and also got faster. So yeah, I think that's the main difference, that we really are here with also a bit of different mindset and with more experience.
You want to follow up? Sure.
Yes, and that's both to yourself and to Akani, because if you look at your teams, you have both young people and experienced people. What's important or how do you feel about the relay in terms of how important is it for the older, more experienced athletes to pass on their experiences to the younger athletes in relay events like this one?
Akani, go first.
I think it's very important, like with us, three of us in the relay team are, I think, under 25. And there's 2 of us that are over 25, and to be able to pass on the experience that I've gained in the last 9 years of running on the circuit to the younger guys and showing them that, okay, we are at a world championship, you're going to see your stars, you're going to see the people that you look up to, but all you have to do is just make sure you do what you do, and that is to run, and they are going to come here and run. So just keep your head on your shoulders and make sure that you run and see what's happening, and it's just to share like experiences that you've had with growing through the season, growing through the seasons, and making sure that they understand that it's not as crazy as it seems, and you guys are in here and you just need to make sure that you run and enjoy it.
Femke, yes.
Yeah. Yes, I agree a lot with him. I remember in Yokohama where Lisanne and Laura were the older ones. And yeah, they really taught us a lot. And I think especially in this championship, where you really come as a team, you can share your experience and really prepare the others for what's coming. And they prepared us really well. So that just keeps on going the whole time. And it's really a nice thing about this championship.
I think we have time for one last question. Yes, Carol. Sorry, can you turn your microphone off, please? Thank you. Carol, you go.
Yeah, question to Akani. 100-meter runners are typically, I guess, the masters of dealing with pressure. But What's more nerve-wracking to you, when you're called to your marks for a 100-meter race, or when you're standing waiting for a baton, when there's a whole team depending on you?
That's different. I feel like with the 100-meter race, you have to wait for the gun, and you have to react, and you have to need to make sure that everything is perfect. And with the relay, it's waiting for the guy to hit the mark so you can go, and trusting the guy and making sure that you are going as fast as you can. So I would say the 100 meters more, because it's the pinnacle event. But the relay is also filled with emotion. It's exciting. It's less stressful than going into your own individual event. You know, I think we talk as athletes and we say, like, when it's relay time, everybody's just so relaxed. Everybody's just so friendly, and you get onto the track. There's no stress, and you just wait for the baton to come, and you just make your exchange over and run. Whereas with the 100-meter, it's all on you. It's all the pressure. It's all the pressure that you need to take and make sure that you get to the line first. So yeah, the 100 meters a bit more.
Thanks. And if I could just ask one quick one to Joanna, because you mentioned Patrick has a plan to try and break 50 seconds for his 2 legs. What do you think is possible for your 2 400-meter legs?
Więc tak, wspomniałam, że Patryk może...
Yeah, I mentioned that Patrick can run around more or less 50 seconds. I hope he'll be faster. I would like this to be faster, shorter. But Patrick comes from hurdles. He used to run 400 hurdles, so I think it's easier for him than for myself. Although we do middle distance running, both of us. So I think it'll be fine. It'll be nice.
If we have no further questions, we're going to wrap this conference up. Thank you so much, Femke, Asha, Akani, for taking the time to be here with us. It means the world to us, and good luck for tomorrow and the day.